Alright guys, we're here on the Camp Chef back patio, trying our hand. If you look at the description in the video, we're trying our hand at some Dr. Pepper jalapeno jerky. If you haven't seen this recipe already, do a quick search on Facebook for Hey Grill Hey. Susie was kind enough, I'm going to get back to that later. Susie from Hey Grill Hey was kind enough to let us try a hand at this recipe in our brand new XXL pellet smoker. We've put out some stuff about that. We'll be sure to answer you guys' questions on that. But yeah, guys, that's what we're doing today. We're doing Dr. Pepper jalapeno jerky. It's awesome. We've had a lot of people in the office kind of milling around out here eyeing when this jerky's going to be done. We wanted to chuck the pellet smoker full of it, so Jack, come over here. Let's take a look at this.
Look at that, folks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five racks. This is just the jerky that we're doing now to finish during the video. We've got more jerky here, and we have jerky there. Needless to say, we've made sure to cook a lot of jerky to make a lot of people happy today. Oh, one other thing. We are doing a giveaway, and it's pretty killer. Everyone needs some cast iron in their home. We've used cast iron a lot on the videos. Julie has, Jack has. I use it, probably 2 to 3 times a week at home. So we're going to be giving away our National Parks cast iron set.
Love this set. One of my favorite pieces.
You've got a 12-inch cast iron skillet with the Arches National Park on it, and then 12-inch Dutch oven with the Yellowstone National Park. And if you guys haven't been to either one of those parks, you got to hit them up. They're awesome, especially Yellowstone this time of year. So pretty.
So awesome. Love Yellowstone. We spend a lot of time up there.
But 250 shares, guys. 250 shares.
250? We can do 250.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, we do that in our sleep.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, this is what we're doing today. I'm going to pass, the torch over to Jack and Julie. I'm going to go fill up my mug with some Dr. Pepper. Sit back on some Dr. Pepper.
Some jalapenos in that, Tom?
So Tom will be back there answering questions, so send the questions.
Yeah, so guys, be sure to ask your questions. We've got some things that we found as we were cooking this recipe. Jack and Julie are going to share some of those tips and things that we found cooking this recipe in the XXL, and just some tips in general. So guys, pay attention, ask questions, and I'm going to go get some Dr. Pepper.
Done. And he's out of here.
All right,
hey, Mama Julie.
I'm way excited to make this recipe, and thank you, Susie. We just love your stuff. I mean, really, check out Hey Grill Hey. It's awesome. I went on there, and I just Googled jalapeno Dr. Pepper, and it came right up. And look, you can print this recipe off. And as you can see right here, my little notes. So I doubled Susie's recipe so that I could fit enough of my XXL. Her recipe is perfect for the pellet grill, like the deluxe, the normal size. So anyway, we doubled her recipe, and we actually have just been wanting to try this around the office, all of us, everybody, just since we saw it online. So this was
check this out again.
I'm excited. Yeah.
So yummy.
Okay, so first of all, it's very important. I am going to wear my gloves when I cut jalapenos, especially. They can get really hot and spicy. You don't want to itch your eye or your nose or something when you're cutting them. So, safety precautions.
What?
Tom.
Hey, he's just a little sneaker.
All right, so we're gonna chop up 4 jalapenos for this, and I actually am going to do them fairly thin because I like it spicy. So I want it to be more spicy. If you don't want it as spicy, then you can do them thicker than I am. And go ahead and just leave all the seeds and everything in there.
And if you want to, if you don't want the spicy, take the seeds out as well. The seeds and the white part in the middle contain a lot of heat, so you can pull those out if you like. But we like the heat.
But and we found this jerky's just right. It really isn't like burn your mouth spicy at all. It's just got the perfect little hotness in it, don't you think?
Yeah, it's got nice hot, nice sweet, good savory. Man, it's good to be back. It's been a while since I've been out here on the back patio.
Yeah, Jack's been out doing some traveling, haven't you?
We've been out on the road for seems like a month now.
He's been out cooking and doing classes. So yeah. you ever come across him, you'll have to.
Yeah, we had a good time. We
We'll give him a hard time.
the national, actually international sheepdog trials. We went and did a bunch of cooking classes for that.
Yeah,
And,
over here in Heber.
down in San Francisco, we taught a bunch of classes down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, good times.
Okay.
We're gonna be heading down
I'm-
to Central Utah tomorrow, do some cooking classes.
Yeah, if any of you live in the Richfield area, the Ace Hardware down there, is that
Yeah.
where you're at? Yeah. Okay, so I'm turning my burner on here, and I've chosen to use this skillet because it's a deeper, or the pan. Sorry, this is a skillet. It's the lid, serves as the lid, but I chose this pan because it's a little deeper, and I can, put on my.
So what
liquid.
are we doing here?
Okay, so we're making a marinade. So we
Awesome.
want to make a marinade, and we want our jerky to be in this marinade for 8 to overnight. I like to do it overnight and get it all nice and soaked.
Yeah.
So this is my Dr. Pepper, and I've doubled the recipe, so I've got about 5 cups in here. 5 cups of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, how
not
could you
like
go wrong
that.
with Dr. Pepper? Such good stuff.
Okay, this is salt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like you're making a witch's brew there, Mama.
Well, it's almost Halloween. Some pepper, quite a bit of pepper. We like it. This is Worcestershire. Okay. And this is the garlic, I believe. The garlic powder and onion powder. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. We got to add our jalapenos in there. That cooking. We'll add our jalapenos. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do with this is reduce it. Okay. So I want to get this boiling, and then I want to set it at a simmer so that I can reduce it, which means I'm going to cook it down to half of what I've got right here. So if you kind of get a picture on the pan here, Jack, I'm going to show him.
Okay.
Okay, in Susie's recipe, she uses 2 cups of Dr. Pepper and less of everything, and she reduces hers till it's about half, and it equals about 1 cup. So I'm assuming we're going to get about 2 cups since we doubled the recipe.
A lot of times too, I'll look on my edge of my pan. You can kind of see that it's created, the peppers has created a little bit of a ring. I use that as a guide as well.
Yeah, good point.
Anytime that I reduce anything, it's just you can generally tell by where you start out just by the.
Okay, so we're going to leave that, and we're going to keep an eye on it so it doesn't, because Dr. Pepper has sugar in it, so we don't want it to burn or anything. So we're going to keep an eye on that, stir it once in a while, and get it ruined, I guess.
Okay. Awesome. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to try it.
Jack,
Yeah.
I had a question. Someone was asking, what's the difference between the XXL pellet smoker versus the Woodwind pellet grill?
Oh, great question.
Well,
So this-
obviously size.
Size. This is actually a smoker. Biggest difference. Let's start right down here. We call this a smoker because of the temperature difference. This one will actually go up to 350 versus the 450, 500 on the Woodwind. So this is more used for just a smoker because of the cabinet. This has a great big cabinet on the side. See all the different shelves you can put in? So you can put all the shelves, you have lots of racks, and then check out the hooks on top. I don't remember how many sausages we did.
Oh, yeah,
but
they were
I
fun.
had this thing full of sausages for 3 days at an event, and they turned out amazing.
This is awesome.
So it's great, briskets, pulled pork, ribs, anything like that.
Pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder does a great job.
Yeah, you can do a bunch too. So.
It's a little
Good
higher
question.
capacity.
All right, so let's talk about meat, shall we?
This actually still has, good, but probably better mention as well though, this still has the ash clean out system. So down here we have the ash clean out system.
Oh yeah, that's very important.
And then you pull the handle, ash comes out there. Folks, make sure you keep the ash out. You can hear the fan running. That fan will actually, if you let your ash, build up, it'll actually pick that ash up and then blow it onto your food. So it's a super easy way to keep your ash cleaned out is with this patented ash clean out system. This one also has a 2 probe. So if you got briskets and you need to temp both of them or whatever like that, so you do have an X and a Y probe.
That's it.
All right, so we got some simmering going on.
We're just gonna leave it simmering just like that, and it's probably gonna be. I'm hoping it's done when we're done, but it's gonna be 15 minutes to simmer,
Okay.
and then you want to take this off, and it needs to cool off completely before you put your meat in. Okay.
Okay, so completely cooled off before you put
Cool
your meat
that
in.
off, yes.
The old Pro, got a Pro 60 out here doing an awesome job of getting that simmering.
Yeah, we might want to turn that
Wow,
down
I'm
just a
having a
bit.
hard time talking today.
See?
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Look at that.
It gets too high. I'm going to go down just a bit more. Okay. Yeah, that's boiling pretty good.
Yes, we don't want to boil it. We want to
No,
simmer.
we just want to simmer. That's a boil. Okay, here we go. And I love that this gas stoves are so easy to regulate, you know. Okay. What do you
So,
think, Jack? Does that look good?
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I got a good simmer going there. Awesome.
Hey, Susie just said,
Okay. Hi, Susie.
let it boil and reduce. Exclamation mark.
Very important, yes, because if you don't, then it won't be, what's the word, as spicy. You need
Well,
to,
you gotta get that flavor. You're condensing
you want the
flavor.
So you're condensing all the pepper and the salt and the jalapenos
Sugars.
and the Dr. Pepper and the sugars to come out. So yeah, you gotta let that boil down.
And that's all gonna coat on top of your jerky. You remember, our taste buds, that's what they're gonna taste.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about meat. Susie uses eye of round. Okay, so I just called up my local butcher and I asked him if he would slice me some eye of round for jerky. And he said, okay, I can have that done in 10 minutes. Isn't that awesome? So, you know, easy to do. Call your butcher, have him slice it. If you have your own slicer, by all means, go ahead and do it. But it didn't cost me anything extra. So it was
Hey,
pretty
Julie, will you hold that
convenient.
up? Let's talk about meat really quick. Okay, you can see the meat. We got a little bit of fat called intermittent meat fat, and that's okay. We don't want any big chunks of fat on here. Fat's going to ruin the taste of your jerky. It's going to go rancid a lot sooner than anything else. So, you know, the whole idea behind jerky, you know, is be able to preserve it. And so, you know, make sure you get rid of the big chunks of fat. A little bit of inner, you know, is going to be okay because you're going to get that no matter what. That's going to cook out in the cooking process and the smoking process.
And you really, for jerky, you really want to dry this out. So I'm not going to show you this stuff because I have to cool off. Well, I have to reduce first, Susie. I have to reduce my marinade and then cool it off. And then what I'm going to do is put this in a baggie with my marinade overnight. And then when I get it out, I want it dry. I want this to go in as dry as I can because I'm trying to dry out for jerky. So I actually set this out on paper towels and then I took another paper towel on top and just dried them all off. And then I put it on my jerky racks. We can go back to the smoker and see. Okay. So I just stacked that on my jerky racks just like that. I want to give it a little room around it, you know, to get the air it needs and stuff. So, okay, and then I just put this right, well, I started my smoker and got it warmed up on low smoke. And I just brought those right out, stuck them in there. And this first batch took us, it was about 4 hours on low smoke. So 3 to 4 hours, depending on how thick your meat is. But you need to check it after about an hour and make sure that it's cooking even. You know, like you don't want the outsides burned and the middles. Anyway, and I checked this one too. And sometimes you will want to, I switched the shelf. So I put the bottom shelf on the top and I put the top shelf on the bottom so that I can just cook it a little more evenly in this XXL, okay?
Perfect.
So yeah, that's been
And what
cooking
temperature are you
for
smoking
12
this at, Julie?
It's just on low smoke. So right now we're at, what? We're at 138.
That's because we had the door open.
And you know what? I think it's a bit chilly out here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the blanket on my smoker. And that's great. You guys can watch me do that because this is an awesome tool.
Fall has definitely hit northern Utah.
So yeah.
We
so
changed like
anyway,
overnight. It went from like 80s to 90s to 50s and 60s. So we
really
love fall.
easy. I'm just going to throw that on. It's got magnets.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, if I can do this, anyone can. Right? All right.
Yeah.
Julie's doing that. We had someone ask,
Here we go.
did we get this sliced with the grain or against the grain?
Oh,
Great question. Did we have that sliced with the grain or against the grain?
And I'm going to steal another piece.
I thought you were going to like tear it open so we
Okay,
could
I
see.
got some more gloves.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, so
So
yeah,
this
let's
is-
talk about.
This is just like a steak or a brisket or anything like that. You want to go across the grain.
Makes it so it pulls apart better.
Yeah.
It's not as chewy.
You're not gonna have strands.
Yes.
You
Makes it
have
so
the
you can
end
do
of the
this.
strands. You don't have the whole strands. So against the grain.
Really good.
And a lot of it is personal preference. Some people like to go with the grain.
You get those chewier strands, right? When you go
Yep.
with the grain. Yeah. So
Against the grain, you're going to get this kind of where it just pulls apart. Super easy.
Yep, you can see
And
it
that's
in there.
and that's
see
how
the
you
grain.
can tell when it's done too. Yeah. So when it's done, you know, it's just it cracks, but it doesn't break. So that's what you wanted. That's look how good that looks. That's how you want to cook it. Okay,
Perfect.
just like that. Okay, do we have enough likes now?
I think we do. Hang on.
Any more questions? I mean, this is so easy.
Let's talk about why we do jerky. Do you want to take the camera and I'm...
Sure.
So guys, you know, jerky started out back, I mean, they can't even trace when jerky started. You know, American Indians used it. They've traced it back in the Roman times, Egyptian times. Jerky was all about preserving food. We're trying to get rid of the bacteria, and that's what we're doing. That's what we do today. It's about getting rid of the bacteria. 3 things that are going to cause bacteria is moisture, temperature, and oxygen. So that's the things that we got to think about when we're doing our jerky. Or temperature, we're going to take that up to about 160 degrees on our... Looking good. You're about
Do we
a
need to
quarter of
turn
the
it
way
down?
down.
Okay.
You're about a quarter of the way down. So we're gonna cook the temperature. We want to get that jerky up to about 160, 165 degrees. So that's why we want to smoke it super low, so we can slowly bring it up there, kill the bacteria. The other bacteria, see, we had temperature, we had oxygen, and then we have moisture. What we're doing is drying out the moisture in this meat, and that's what we want to do. Remember, when we take this out, we've dried out the moisture, so let it cool down before you put it or seal it. A lot of times I'll just throw it in like a paper bag or put it on the counter for a couple hours or put it in a paper bag for a couple days to help that moisture come out. I like to keep mine in the refrigerator. It doesn't need to be. You can just self-stable. It just depends on what the method you're gonna use with it. And the other thing is when you can go ahead and if you have a vacuum sealer, go ahead and vacuum seal it. That's going to go ahead and take care of the oxygen part of it. No oxygen is going to go in when you vacuum seal. So great treat, great way to do it. We didn't use any nitrates. I don't like to use nitrates in my jerky because this is a personal preference. I don't do well with nitrates. So this is a great recipe.
And also, I think, why do we make it? Why not just buy it? I think Tom and I were talking about the cost. It's
Cost
a
is about a
little
wash,
less.
but
Yeah.
you get to know what's in it. I mean, you buy the store-made jerky and
You just know exactly what's
It's
in
got
it.
a lot of additives like MSG and
well, and you read the ingredient list, it's a mile long. I mean, this is
this
half a dozen ingredients.
and this doesn't have all that in it, and it still lasts what 4 to 6 weeks on the counter.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So it's awesome.
It's a great alternative. So.
It's 288 shares.
Woohoo! We
Boom,
made
got
it.
it.
We made it. We made it. Awesome. Okay, guys, let's check our sauce. Oh yeah, I think we're there. Okay, so see how you can see the line here? What do you think, Susie? Are we there?
I think we could go a little bit longer.
I should have timed it. Let's see. It's probably been going for about 15. Do you think it's been 20 minutes? What time is it? Yeah, I'll bet. Okay, maybe we'll give it like about 5 more minutes. We just want to condense all those flavors so well.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Some lucky
that's
winner.
it, you guys. That's so easy. So easy, so fast. I don't know why you wouldn't do it, I mean, if you don't have a pellet smoker, use the smoker that you have at home, Smoke ball.
Someone asked if you could do it in an oven.
Yes, you can do it in an oven. And the best place to read that would be on Susie's recipe, because she lists the whole way how to do it in your oven and everything. So follow the link and check her out. It's awesome.
Guys, really, jerky seems daunting, but it's super simple, super easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat.
Great snack. And for our hikers out there and campers, what a better way to, have protein while you're out hiking, hunting, fishing.
And why not do this with your
biking.
deer or your elk, right?
Yeah,
Deer
incredible.
Jerky's our favorite.
We just talking about antelope jerky is wonderful.
That's good too.
Yeah, all sorts of fun things you can do with it. So, yeah, awesome. How are we looking?
looking good. Okay, so we're gonna let this cool off, and then we're gonna put our meat in this, and we're gonna go ahead and throw it in the fridge tonight. And then tomorrow, Camp Chef gets more jerky. They get a big treat. And this is so good. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all check out Susie's website and Hey Grill Hey.
Yes, and I will be posting the link to the recipe on her website sometime in the next 30 to 40 minutes. I'll be announcing the winner for the cast iron set. Sometime tomorrow. I said 10 plus or minus 20 minutes. We'll see how my morning goes. But yeah, guys, keep liking, commenting. We've had people saying their favorite national park, Yellowstone, Glacier, Yosemite.
They're all good.
I haven't seen any for Arches or Zion. I don't know. Maybe I missed those, but I love Arches. I love Zion National Park, but Yellowstone,
Yo.
it's impressive.
I haven't been to Yosemite yet. That's on our bucket
Yeah,
list.
we haven't.
That is.
It's as good as this jerky.
For the meantime, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Make sure you continue sharing, like and comment to enter, of course, with your favorite national park. And in the meantime, we're going to chow down on the rest of the jerky. I know we've got some other people on the other side of the door.
We're about ready to bust down the door, so.
Better get a piece.
Yeah, and if you guys want to check out the video that Susie made, head over to heygrillhey.com. She has it there. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you all next week.
Later.
See ya.